Welcome back. This is Will at Work. I'm Kevin. Today we're looking at Star Wars Blaster Strike video game. 3 chapters, 9 missions. Play as Han Solo with the exclusive blaster. You know, it's funny. This thing's all orange and stuff, so like if you pull it out on a cop, I guess the cop won't shoot you. Although I don't know why. Like if you were a criminal, you couldn't just hide a gun inside some bright orange thing like this if you were going to shoot a police officer. When I was a kid in the 70s and into the 80s, they would make toy guns that looked very realistic. But even like the Star Wars blaster, it was, you know, just like Han Solo's, it was black. And I know in terms of like cops shooting people, there was an incident I had read about where a cop shot a kid that had a laser tag gun. And a laser tag gun was black, and it was shaped like a phaser, but it had like a light on it, right? Like a little light. So when you pulled the trigger, not only did it shoot like an infrared beam out to hit like a star sensor or whatever, or view one, I suppose, since it wouldn't really. No, I guess it would shoot it out. It would shoot it out but it had like a little light bulb in it, so it would make like a little flash. And the police officer thought that he was being shot at because he saw the flash from the gun. Yeah, I mean, maybe, you know, maybe. You got to be careful in all those sorts of situations, but yeah, I don't, you know, just seems like, I guess if you're in a life or death situation, things happen, but it just seems like, you know, maybe some police officers, as we've seen on the news a lot, some of them might be a little bit too eager to pull the trigger. And I'm not saying that was in this situation. But at least that in this situation, there was a perceived threat that somebody could look at and go, maybe, right? Where there's plenty of them where people are like, no, why did you shoot that guy? You know, he was running in the other direction. But anyway, this isn't meant to be a political post, but I just wanted to bring that up because I just thought the orange gun was kind of funny. You know, we used to sell cap guns and all kinds of things, and I don't know. It's just, I think another thing is just the fact that, like, when we were growing up, we were taught that you never point a gun at an adult, you know, so you wouldn't pull a gun on a cop. But we had been not arrested, but told to leave parks numerous times by the police for playing laser tag. And one time we had actually gotten a call on us from people that saying we were playing in the woods with mock weapons. But to be fair, at that point in our laser tag game playing, we had basically camoed up and darkened our guns to the point where, you know, they were not distinguishable. And it wasn't because we wanted them to look more realistic. We were legitimately trying to hide from each other in the woods, and we just didn't want anybody to be able to see the guns we were using. Anyway, Star Wars. So this has not been opened. There's a price tag up here that says $40. I'm not sure this is even from anywhere. It's a sticker. It's probably not legit. I can't imagine this was $40 for a plug and play game with a plastic gun like this. It was probably more around like, well, I don't know, maybe when it first came out, but $40 itself is not even a really realistic price, just because it would be like $39.99. But more than likely, this was originally sold for like $19.99, $29.99 maybe. I can't see it's on for $39.99. I mean, it's the Star Wars brand, so maybe, you know, a little bit more than that, but not so much. So we've got, let's turn the light on here. 3 chapters, 9 missions. Return of the Jedi. You get to play in the woods and shoot stuff and make a run on the Death Star. And you get the Empire Strikes Back. You get to fight the snow creature. I know somebody knows the name of that thing. I know you do. You can defend the base, and then Cloud City. We have escape Mos Eisley, rescue Leia, and assault the Death Star. So look, you get to go through the first 3 movies, and I don't know. It's a shooting game on a modern TV. Probably not. Probably has to be a composite TV. Let's see what year this came out. It came out in 2015. So I think they would have to think that if you're going to plug this in, it's not it's not necessarily going to be on an old CRT screen. He is shooting at a flat screen, So I'm thinking maybe a gun game works off the flat screen. I mean, there's nothing technically wrong with it. It's just that the way the old guns worked, they needed to refresh on the back of the screen, and obviously with the Wii, they were able to do gun games with some motion control, and we have some evolution of that since then. But in a plug and play game like this, I'm not so sure how they're doing it. But anyway, we're not going to open it up and try it out because it hasn't been opened. That's kind of the rule with this. I'm sure it works. Blaster Strike. Whatever. Moving on. Thanks for watching.